y'all gotta have y'all conversation about the government opening
Not
back
y'all
up.
gotta have. Jay said
I'm just not
in
as like I don't like. I wish I could have the conversation, but I see that basically the Democrats folded basically. And what I do want to have a conversation. I sent y'all this. Can we play this?
I commented on it and
you
asked you
did?
the Charlamagne joint.
Yeah, I thought it was
That video too
play it.
long.
For real.
Yeah,
I think
it's
we can
like
play it.
7 minutes.
It wasn't 7 minutes for real.
It's something like that. I had to double speed it. I was like, it was long. I ain't watched that shit.
No, I watched it, bro.
But what I will say is
So it's not done.
Charlamagne is bro, he's versatile, bro. For sure. Like that's your man's.
Yep.
It's 10 minutes.
Okay. I knew I wasn't tripping. That shit was long.
But
I listened to it while I was in the shower.
I'm just saying, like, you can't knock his ability to be able to have these conversations, whether you agree with it or not.
He is very intelligent.
For the people that don't know, explain what we're talking about.
So essentially, Charlamagne gave
And your guy, yeah,
Roland Martin the donkey of the day because Roland went on his platform and does it in a very Roland way, where he put out a segment from his show debunking things that Charlamagne has said about the government shutdown, calling it misinformation.
Is it only Charlamagne or was it
No, it was Charlamagne specifically because Charlamagne was essentially saying that the Democrats failed. Like they failed to uphold the portion of the Healthcare Act that they were trying to push for. I think it was the ACA or don't quote me, but the portion of the Healthcare Act that they were trying to push for that prolonged this process. The senators then folded because they know that they didn't get it. They're moving forward with it. They voted 60-40. There was still no clear indication about it on the bill. So he basically was saying, and paraphrasing, that the Democrats voted. Roland then responded. It was essentially saying, that's not the case. That's not entirely what happened. You're spreading misinformation. And he goes on to list a series of reasons as to why Charlamagne was spewing quote-unquote misinformation. Then Charlamagne then comes back and responds in that 10-minute clip that she showed us, what he gave Roland donkey of the day, and essentially called Roland a hater. And it's just like, bro, to me,
But he only played like a clip of Roland. It wasn't a long clip. It didn't give the debunking. He didn't put in the points that Roland had made, though, because in the clip, it only says, he just said that it was misinformation and it stopped.
Yeah, I think, I mean, from what I don't know too much about it, but from what it sounds like, because Charlamagne was like, if you don't agree with it, then that's one thing. But to say it's misinformation, like, what I'm saying is facts.
Factual.
Like, you can't, like, that's, I can see how that be frustrating because, like, bro, this isn't misinformation. Like, if you agree with it, that's one thing. But to say is now you're trying to sabotage
my credibility.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so I get that.
Yeah, and I think
listen to Charlamagne. It wasn't. Yeah, he got into the hater part later on in the video, but at first it didn't sound like he was coming at it from a hater perspective. It was really. It sounded like, yo, like this is facts, right? So if you say that you don't agree with it, I understand it. I get that. But to try to say I'm misrepresent or I'm saying misinformation to sabotage my I don't know point. I don't like that. That's what I was getting from it before he even got into the hater part. But I guess that was just all build up to say that Roland Martin's a hater. But go ahead.
No, it's ironic because I'm looking at the video. It's a 41-minute video where Charlamagne was talking about. I mean, Roland was talking about Charlamagne, like debunking all of this. I'm not gonna watch the whole. We're not gonna watch the whole 41-minute video. But to me, bruh, at the end of the day, going like that aside, I do think that we owe it to the people to know the facts, right? It's scary because this administration has moved on a lot of misinformation. And they have been able to move the needle on a lot of issues despite spreading misinformation. So it's tough because, like, looking at it from a position of where Roland's coming from, he's a political pundit. He's somebody that has been in the industry. He does research. He can go. He has shown me, you know what I'm saying? I've been his producer, how to go and look at, like, what did these senators vote for? Who's lobbying? You know what I'm saying? Who is paying and funding? What PACs are funding these senators? What constituencies do they represent and things of that nature? So he has a lot of knowledge as far as how government and politics work. I think it does a disservice to us though to see two people in this respect go at it in this way.
It's kind of like Joe and Charlamagne too. Same thing.
But the reason why I think it's even more, it's
similar.
It holds
you
more
have
gravity.
independent. I'm sorry, and radio. Like
For sure, but he's talking about having a stance. I don't think Joe is like even in a political.
no. Outside of, I'm saying them button heads is bad for the culture, basically.
You're right.
Right. I'm saying the same with Joe and Charlamagne. That's how I interpret it.
And the reason why is because with the situation such as the government shuts down, politics and understanding just basic, like the basic political climate, there needs to be more cohesion than anything. Because again, the facts matter the most. So when I was watching it, I was just like, dang, this is unfortunate because one, on both sides, both of y'all have each other's numbers. You have been on the Breakfast Club. He has been on your show or called into your show or things of that nature. If there was a discrepancy or a disagreement or something, either one is, I mean, it's a matter of egos in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I used to work for bro, but like, respectfully, I could say like, bro, that wasn't it. The response, because at the end of the day, you did it for clicks.
Yeah.
Because you put it, the title responds to, because I know how it works. I've been there. I understand. Blast this person, get the number. He's trying to get the bottom line. Yes, you're trying to hold somebody accountable, but at the end of the day, you're trying to get the numbers too.
Yeah.
So like, at the core, we cannot forget, like, if this is something that you want to do and inform our people, do it.
Yeah.
But it's not from a perspective of you're trying to entertain too.
Yeah.
So don't try to spin it, because that's my guy. But don't try to spin it like it's just one way. Oh, the American people. No, you posed it this way because you knew you were going to get the response.
Because for real, it didn't even have to
sides.
be at Charlamagne for real. Like if the points that you were making, whatever debunking he was doing, didn't have to be specific to Charlamagne. Because a lot of people are saying the same things, or even with, like you said, the other side leading with misinformation anyway, and the way that they try to present this whole shutdown and spin the whole thing, it's like they very much could have just had, he could have said like, this is being said, this is the truth. This is being said, this is the truth. So to point out somebody specifically and say, this person is saying these things and don't listen to them, they're spreading misinformation. And I guess a part of it is kind of like because they have a big platform and a lot of people are following it. But it's like the same people that are going to hear this is going to hear it.
You know what remind me of, bro? Is the hate. And not in the malice way, right? Roland Martin is independent.
Yeah.
He got to get it from out the mud. Everything, the clicks, he got to get it, right? And when you hear something that's like probably not all the way informed or the way you would want to do it, and you feel like that's gaining more attention than you get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he's hating. I'm trying to be fair as possible because I understand, because I have the same emotions.
Yeah.
But you can't be ruled over that. So even when it comes to Charlamagne, yeah, they both have each other's number, but sometimes you get to a point where it's like, I'm tired of turning the cheek. Like, I seen this, like, nah, bro, I'm about to just did this right here.
But there's no turning the cheek when if there's no effort in the beginning to even have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because the reality of it is like, if you have an issue with me and if you never discussed with me or got down to the root of it with me and addressed the things, and then you just go ahead and take it on social media and you just go ahead and, it's fuck you.
Yeah.
Because you have my number. We really could have hashed it out. And if there was a thing where it was like, there's no hashing it out, we beefing and we at odds, then cool, now we both can go to social media and we both can wild out.
Right.
But when you could have handled it maturely, you could have had a conversation. Now I know you just being a weirdo or you being a hater or a loser, and you had to use me and my story or whatever in order to even get something. Yeah, you a loser. Like, that's stupid. Like, and you're not a grown up, because you could have just called me and had a conversation and hashed it out if you really wanted to. And then we could have got on the same page and did it together.
Right, facts.
And it could have been even a bigger platform, like we debunking the bullshit about the whole thing together. Now we got both of our platforms. But because you are an ass, you decided to handle it in the way that you did.
So how, I guess, like, the governor's back open. Like, how did we get here?
So it's not 100% open just yet. They are. The bill was stuck in the Senate.
What bill is this?
This is the big beautiful bill.
Okay.
The big beautiful bill. How they keep saying it.
Big fucking It's not beautiful at all. But anyways, which essentially is the funding bill. That's the funding bill that they're trying to get for the next fiscal year. And the Senate passed it after they were stalling in the Senate. So now the bill heads to the House, where they now have to vote for it. Now, they expect it to pass in the House because I believe that the majority
of the House
is Republican. So they may not have that much of a stall in the House as they would have in the Senate because it was closer. So essentially what you found was that 10 Democrats had to side with the Republicans for this bill to pass. So government shutdown is over. This was the second longest. Or
Yeah, the first one was like not too long, like 2019, something like that.
The last one was under Trump's administration.
Mm-hmm.
So
I be hearing y'all talk. I be doing some research a little bit.
Okay,
It don't just fall on deaf ears, man.
Okay.
But it was
What is the thing? I don't know everything either, so I'm not going.
Nah, but y'all be in that shit.
So-
Only just because and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm not like into it, but the reality of it is I do care about people. And so it's like I start to see how other people are affected. Then I'm like, whoa, what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
And that gets me to pay attention, you know. But I'm really, it's not like something I'm not really into politics like at all, actually.
Yeah, this is all over Obamacare, honestly. That's what the whole beef is
It's
about.
really just Trump I feel like he trying to put down Obama's whole presidency. And
But I heard,
go ahead, you heard what?
I heard Obama really wasn't that good of a president.
See, that's the thing though. This is the problem. Oh, now I'm about to get hyped. So this is what
that's not true?
happens.
It's semantics, bro. Like, but go ahead.
This is how I see things. First of all, anybody in politics, you're a fucking liar. Let's start there.
Everybody, like anybody.
You're a liar. Like, I don't care what you do, because a lot of the times, I just seen another clip where a lot of times they get funding from one thing, and then it's like, you have to do what your funders ask you to do. Otherwise, I'm pulling my fucking funds. But then it's like, if I'm funded by this, half the time what I'm funded by is the opposite of what the fuck I'm running on. Like, but anyway, back to the Obama thing. I feel like what happens, or what happened in that case is what happens on a large scale politically anyway. When people feel like they didn't benefit themselves, they feel like you didn't do shit for us. But at the end of the day, it's not about you. You're okay. You're fine. You're good. Why the fuck are you always looking for help when you're good? It's the people who need it. So the ones that are in need, he did something for people in need, and then the people who are not in need said, well, what about me?
So messaging matters, right? Messaging matters, and one of the biggest things that Trump has done very well is messaging. But misinformation is a key way as to how he does it. Where it's like, it's easy for him to point his finger and be like, hey, Obama did this. It's similar to, like, prime example. We pulled out of Afghanistan. A lot of people said that we were weak. Whose administration did we pull out of Afghanistan? Under the Biden administration, right? But what some people fail to understand about politics is something may be signed by the last president, but because it was signed and it's law now, it may take a few years for it to be enacted.
Right.
But even if it's in my current administration and I didn't sign for it, it still has to take place during my administration presidency. So when we pulled out of Afghanistan, a lot of people were looking at that at the administration and was just like, yo, you made America look weak. This looks like we went in and we failed the mission. And he had to remind us as the American people, he signed that bill. I just have to see it through. But this was something that, like, when we come from a position of a lot of things that you see people talk about when in 2016, 2017, 2018, before the pandemic, when Trump was boasting about the economy. I did this, I did that. He did that because for 8 years, Obama inherited an economy under a housing crisis.
Some bullshit.
And he had to put in policies and things in place over 8 years to unwrite what happened under the Bush administration. So remember, your first 4 years,
you are recovering from what
you are
somebody
recovering
else
from the
did.
last administration. And if you were be lucky to get reelected, you have 2 years to get something done, because then your last 2 years, you're considered a lame duck because they know that you can't run again. So you really, if you're lucky as a president, mind you, and this is just talking about one person, because we're not going to get into senators, we're not going to get into
The House.
the House. We're not going to talk about the Supreme Court. We're not going to talk about the local level. We're not going to talk about the state level. But just as the president, you really only get 2 years to make a change or an impact from a political standpoint, unless you win all. Like, you have to have the House, you have to have the Senate, and you have to have the Supreme Court. Which right now, you know who does have that? The Republican Party. So it's crazy because a lot of times people fail to realize.
But you know why? I feel like the way it happened, most times you get the recovery period where it's like if you get the second term, then if Biden would have did another term, it would have changed over and it would have been Democrat before another. So a lot of times what happens is it's like one part is Republican, another is Democrat. So then we're able to get some middle ground. And it switches because within those terms, and it'll be, oh, this Democrat didn't do what I wanted, so now the Republicans win. But then these Republicans get swapped out, right? But what happened was Trump did his, and it was like, all right, we can't have that. That was fucked up. So then when they put Biden in, it's like Biden got to undo this shit, right? But then it's like now the Republicans are coming in. So now when it's Biden's time to do a second term, he doesn't do the second term. He's getting old. Everybody's like, we're done with you. And now it's Kamala versus Trump. And everybody's like, fuck no, not Kamala. So putting Trump there, now it's like the Republicans just came in. Now Trump is coming back and it's like, oh, I got everybody on my team now. And it's just like we really dropped the ball with this presidency.
But I will say, this world, I mean, this climate, this political climate is very interesting because the same way that there was a red wave, it's like, okay, they lost. Mm-hmm. And then you saw in the following year, all these states flip red.
Yeah.
The same thing happened this past election season.
Yeah.
You saw New York switch up.
Yeah.
You saw Virginia flip blue.
It's like, because they see like this shit.
Because now
It's
you're
not
actually
sustainable.
understanding that, like, hey, we got.
Yeah.
You see Mississippi. I still don't even understand this. Mississippi starting to lean. Mississippi. Understand what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Mississippi is leaning blue. That is the reddest, outside of Utah, reddest states in the country. I'm not saying that it's blue yet, but you see it swaying. So there's a political shift that is taking place because people are starting to understand, like, hey, the administration that we signed up for, this isn't it. What we signed up for was for somebody that said that you were for the American people, but you signed up for an administration that was for themselves. Man is at the games talking about y'all should name the stadium after me. They can go sign some fucking policy. Get some shit done. But at the end of the day, it is an administration that feeds the rich. And yes, and this is the part that's really about to throw me off because there's this speech or the thing that's going on about this $2,000. Listen to me, y'all.
Oh my God, I seen that.
If we get $2,000 from President Trump, you're going to see the wildest shift on social media, just like when the stimulus check happened. Mm-hmm. And this is all smoke and mirror, bro. Because while he does this right here, watch the policies that go through.
Look, this girl said that she said, so we're going to get $2,000, but we get no health care, no housing, a poor job market. Oh, we got again. But he going to give you $2,000 and everybody going to feel like, because you don't have a job, because you don't have health care, you going to be like, oh, I got $2,000. Bitch, that's today. Next month, you right back in the hole that we've been in. It's just... But that's because people are selfish and self-centered because I just hate that like people can't see past their own noses. Like you're okay. When you're okay, why can't you just let somebody else have?
So yeah.
So
what they say? I think we ain't done yet.
So now the Senate passed a bipartisan bill that will end the government shutdown with support from 8 Democrats and the backing of President Trump. The bill heads to the House for a vote as soon as tomorrow. And if they can vote on that, the government is officially shut down. But they're still citing that there's some issues.
You mean
with
officially
travel.
open?
I mean, yeah, officially open. My apologies. But there still could be traffic delays. I mean, airport delays, cancellations, all that stuff are still lingering. The hopes is that we can get out of this situation sooner than later.
But you know what's crazy? Like people who weren't affected in certain ways they did things to really like bother people in ways where it's like it doesn't really matter. Like the shit that we should be competing for. Like remember earlier the last time we was talking about like this ain't the Hunger Games. We talking about fucking healthcare and feeding people. But now it's like we talking about luxury shit. Like now flights are getting canceled and everybody is up in arms. Like, oh no, open this bitch back up.
You need to call your representatives.
And it's like, bro, you ain't care about the people starving?
Listen, you go to this is the whitehouse.gov, official White House website. It says the Democrats have shut down the government. Find your rep. And it's a countdown clock.
That's insane.
Messaging matters. Because again, as long as we can point to you and say, hey, the reason why you're not getting paid right now, because they don't want to. Not understanding like, hey, they're fighting for the Affordable Care Act that will help premiums go from what people fail to realize. Insurance premiums have gone from, some people were talking about, from $200 a month to $2,000 a month for health insurance. That's what
Charlamagne was saying in the video that you sent. But what people don't understand is that I feel like it was a misstep. Like they didn't include it to extend it so that it wouldn't be an issue. And that's why we end up getting to the government shutdown because they're like, wait. Put this back in there. Put this in there because we need that. And he like, fuck no. Y'all dropped the ball. No. And they're like, no. We're not playing with you. We're not going to do this shit until you put it in there. And that's how we get to the government shutdown. But it's like, it's not like the argument wasn't there before the new fiscal year started. You know what I mean? This argument was there before October. October is when it starts. So it's like, yes, now people are getting their package and it's like, oh, it went from $400 to $2,000. But it's like but that's what we were fighting against because had they allowed it earlier, we wouldn't have shut down the government. We wouldn't have, and you wouldn't never got that damn thing in your packet. But now it's like they've already gone out. And I think that's why it's kind of a thing of like, all right, fuck it. Okay, because it's already out there now. What we were trying to avoid has already happened. And now that it's happened, we have to accept it, and now we got to try to win in a different way. I think some people are upset, of course, because they like, y'all should have never gave in, fuck them. And I get it because it's kind of like one of them things where it's like, it's a sacrifice. It's taking the charge, stands for something to fall for anything. So it's different stances on it. I get it. You know, I do understand. But like you said, the messaging, how they put it out there, the Democrats have shut down the government. No. You also play a role in this, babes. Like, you're shutting down the government, too. We are aligned, and we aren't working together. You're not working with us, and you playing, and you are not abiding by the law.
Talk about it.
You are moving illegally. And so, yeah, I do have to stand here and say, no, we're not doing that. But now I have to give in because the people are already suffering now. And then it's suffering more because you're fucking playing. So to sit here and play and then say it's our fault, that's like literally like you playing around and you get injured and then you like, my mom wasn't watching me. Like, bitch, I told you sit your motherfucking ass down. Like, it's unfair how everybody plays a role. She should have been watching you and you shouldn't have been playing.
Damn.
That's it.
Well, I appreciate y'all for breaking that down. Y'all really got into the thick of it. This is a great episode.
Very good. I'm very happy with it.
I am too. This is the blueprint of how it should be moving forward. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you. You did it. I woke up this morning. I said, "Okay, boss man."
I feel bad because I put y'all to work.
Nah, we like working.
But I got more work to do. I got to get this shit done by
You want to know also what's funny?
What?
Sorry, just I'm doing some more research right now. Your boy Trump calls into...
Not your boy. That's not his boy. We not claiming that.
Of all shows that he can call into, he calls into Pat McAfee show. This is why I don't like this man.
Yeah, that nigga, when it come to marketing, bro.
Messaging, bro.
Yo, that nigga is on
Pat
it.
McAfee show on ESPN.
That's crazy.
This is not a political program. I'm going to get the messaging to the people because you know who watch the American people are watching Pat McAfee.
That's crazy.
And he
I'm
says,
just a girl. I'm not watching that.
He said they basically try to renegotiate the big beautiful bill. Trump says they weren't able to get it. They're trying to renegotiate the bill. I'm not giving them that. And he's like,
I ain't gonna lie, that nigga smart, bro.
bro,
He's an
messaging.
ass.
He's smart, bro.
Messaging. He's a liar.
I'm just saying that nigga smart, bro. When it come to manipulation,
Listen, I'm about to say, but
bro.
you know, we had that conversation. Just like you can present well and be lying through your fucking teeth, like, but you convincing everybody else that you right.
Yeah, that nigga, damn. He know what to do. He know who to reach out to. Yo, shout out to everybody that's like, shout out to the media space right now. I think we've seen so many more people, like, just the fact that he's calling into Pat McAfee, like, that's powerful for where we are in media. So even when somebody asks me, like, do you think podcasting is like oversaturated? No.
Nah.
No.
Okay, period. Shout out to the media. Shout out to Black Cinderella.
But here's also something I'll say, and I want to stand on my soapbox when I say this. We have a very important role in the media right now in this administration in particular, because messaging matters, like we just said, and everybody's seeking an ally, because it's like, who can I go through to get my messaging that will get me the most support, that will get me the most, I guess, not cult-like following, but in a position where there's the least resistance. So we have, traditionally, journalism or media has been the fourth estate. That wall has begun to shatter because you see a lot of people are being bought. So now it's independent media, podcasters, streamers.
No, but they're getting shut down and shit when they. I was about to say, what would you do if Trump called you? If you got to reach out, would you have Trump on your show?
Would I have? Hell yeah. I ask questions like
You think that they're gonna let you release that shit?
I mean,
Or if you put it out, you don't think that it's gonna they gonna remove it and then ban your black ass?
I mean, I don't know. Like, if they actually do my show, like, yeah, no, I would have. Man, listen, man, hell yeah, I'm building right now anyway. To be real, like, I have so many other people on my show that I don't want on my show. Let's be real. Like, come on, you will miss that show.
Probably.
And it's okay. It's all right.
I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna get arrested.
I would probably not miss the show, but I would advise strongly against it.
Hey.
But I would also understand why you would.
Yeah, I'm fucking, listen.
Because
I understand, but see,
I'm trying my best.
Don't do that, because didn't you say something about Snoop Dogg doing the whole performance? Like, I feel like so many people were so anti when it came to a lot of stuff with Trump. Like, there was so many people in black culture, music artists and stuff, that were supporting them, and we were like, y'all are coons.
I don't just because I have him on my show don't mean I support him.
Well, you just said the same thing about the whole Melissa Ford and Charlamagne situation about.
What'd I say?
Why would you have your ops on your show?
No, I was asking a question. Again,
I get it, but even still, the fact that you posed the question about loyalty and all of that, like,
it's just a question. I mind you, my stance wasn't that she shouldn't. I just said, I
feel like the only person that I can see that will support or have a conversation with Trump, and I will never question it ever. That's black. It's Kodak Black. Because if there's anybody that can say Trump did something for me,
it's Kodak.
He made a song about this nigga on his last project. And I heard the song and I said, I can't say nothing. Because your ass was sitting in jail, he pardoned you.
Yeah.
I can't say nothing. You can say whatever you want.
I will ask him questions just to try to get some understanding.
Can't say nothing.